created three key pillars of content. One is artificial intelligence, the second is content and culture, and the third is digital and technology. So the key output is that the conversation there we expect will lead to more innovation, will lead to more brand building efforts, and hopefully turn around businesses in such a way that they can make it. Right? So on behalf of the Ritual MD, I think to officially open the red room for discussions. The first my cue cards. Somebody needs to switch on the mics. Are the mics on? Yeah. Where's the pen? I don't know where I kept it. I'll use mine. And the mic on.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
It's just us.
Sure. I just want to know what's in the mic.
Confirm that the microphone.
Everyone, part of what is happening currently now in live, so you don't have to stand and just please um just right and having to go inside or hang around. Thank
Check check that the speakers are working. Is that okay?
Finally,
Are you planning that?
I think when I told him, man,
For any of the big conferences, either the World Economic Forum, the GSM Mobile Congress, can there will be all of this. So that's just for starting it because I'm here 10 or 20.
that's the reason. That is the
Yeah,
reason we did
there'll
this.
be about 10 or 20 of
Yeah.
this kind of.
so we need to test the mic. So
Okay.
if you guys can hear me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic check. You can.
Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My check.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Okay, just.
Hello, can you hear me? 1, 2.
10 to 0. 10, 9, 8, okay. I know this. 10, 9, 6, okay. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stephen Oluwatoyin Onaibi. I am the Managing Director of Media Reach OMD. I am officially opening the Red Room. The Red Room is expected to be a conversation center for the national advertising. We think that we can expand the reach and conversation into value as we support the National Advertising Conference in 2024. It's a privilege, a great opportunity to be part of this experience because we feel like the industry is big enough for us to be able to deliver value for clients, brands, and also grow businesses. On behalf of Media Rich OMD, I say welcome. We're going to start the session with very, very experienced leaders in the industry. I have the DG of uh, Fadola in this room. He's going to talk about uh, as we think shift. With a guy that's worked so far with national advertising, Tunji, who is the chairman of the National Advertising Conference Committee. Mr. Tunji, thank you very much for being part of this session. I call him my friend. I don't think it's. I'm sure I'm free to say that, right?
Sure.
So I call Stephen Babayeko. We bear the same name, but he's much more experienced than me in the industry. He's the founder and CEO of Extreme Media, right? As a creative agency. So, Stephen, thank you. You'll be my namesake. I'll leave this. That's okay. And I'm going to Yinka is the executive director of Yinka. He's been part of the business narrative. Has a lot of changing. If you see a lot of content in this country, and Yinka is part of the narrative. What kind of content? Yinka, Adebayo, welcome. Thank you. I think I'll just go straight. Like navigating the shift is a very, very interesting business topic. As a business leader, if you don't understand the dynamics in the industry, I think we'll fall flat. If you get what I mean. So I will want to start with the DP. He is very experienced and he's gone through a lot from a regulatory standpoint. Mr. DG, what is the biggest changes in the industry, and what is no one's thoughts about how we should see the shifts going forward from a regulatory
First of all, for me, you can look at it first step of the shift from technology, how it has affected the business of advertising. Second, let's look at the economy. First, you look at the economy in terms of e-commerce. Before now, what we have is e-commerce where technology is playing a minimal role, ensuring that everybody have this conversation around IT. But we moved e-commerce to a full digital economy. Now, all the practical elements, physical elements of a market is not present in that digital economy. Three is that you need to know the regulatory framework to guide the operators in the next manner business in that space or in that space. It's going to be a very, very challenge. So even for the operator, they cannot play a catch-up role. The operator must lead the industry in the conversation. There's no industry now that is not affected by technological change. The most current structure is what we have around now, which is AI. We are looking at medicine, we are looking at law, which practice are looking at that don't have this AI disruption. So if we put framework in place to ensure that it's ethical practice, to ensure that the practice is legal and there's respect, there's mutual respect around, that will be very, very big, huge challenge for the operator. So as the regulator, like the free way you have the we need to ensure level playing field for everybody at all times.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I was thinking about it to be very tough, but to be honest, I think you've answered it in such a way that everybody understand that the key thing is to be put up a level playing ground for everybody to be able to live. So I think the creative industry is very dynamic, right? So if you ask me, what are you excited about as a leader in the creative market space? What are you excited about as the comes to advertising?
Thank you very much, Dave. I'm really, first of all, I must commend you and the OMD for putting this together. As I was saying before we jumped in all of the big conferences that we all attend, be it World Economic Forum, Cannes Lions, or the all of these other big conferences, you have all of these side conversations happening there. So thank you for opening what I believe will be a floodgate of side conversation at the National Advertising Conference 2025. Thank you so much. I think these are really. I think there was a guy, this writer, who said these are the best of times and these are also these are also the worst of times. So I think for those of us in the creative space, I think that statement captures the current situation. There are so many things happening that the whole world is in a flux because all of the geopolitics happening within all of the global north and all of the things happening has a ricochet effect. So those are the bit of translation. But in terms of what I am excited about, there's quite a lot. On the other hand, people tend to be more fearful about AI because the DJ was talking about how it's disrupting everywhere. But I always tell my people, we have two choices. That's why even in human beings, you are like Creator gave you that flight of fight
Correct.
ability to react to sudden situations. So for AI, we're either going to run away from it, run towards this and embrace it. I believe the choice we need to make is to run towards AI and embrace it because I believe that AI is going to give our creativity bigger wings to fly. So it means that we're able to communicate more. We're going to be able to do a lot more faster and be able to help our clients to get to market faster as well. We are able to have the ability to be able to predict, especially when we want to go into personalization of messages. There's geolocation technology that will enable us to talk to people as at right now. It means that even for us as creative people and the client, we can be running a promotion now and we can get an online real-time data about the consumer that will help us pivot and say, oh, okay, for this person, this is actually what they need out of the picture of offering them. Yeah, so there's quite a lot happening in the area of tech. And like this also rightly said, how do you now begin to pivot some of the skills we have in mainstream communication to this specialized platform? I think those are very important. People talk about some of the big markets in Lagos like Balogun. The real Balogun market is on this phone now. Because if you know how much business have been transacted
On the phone.
on every, even as we speak right now, so that's where the real markets are. So now, what are we going to do? How are we going to be able to take? Because now that becomes a channel. How are you going to be able to customize messages that will be appropriate for this channel, especially as it exists in Nigeria? So my friend, these are good times.
I think when you're talking, I was super excited because the truth about it is that precision is key. You need to get into the details to really understand the consumer. So I'll go to my next question because this company is starting to be, and I think just starting to understand in such a way that as we go through the 3 days of the sessions tomorrow and next week, we need to ungest a lot of the shifts and possibly take advantage of the opportunities inherent in them. What I hear you say is that there are a lot of opportunities. You need to choose your battle, whether you want to crash or you want to fly.
Absolutely.
Right. So I think for me and for media and for the truth about it is that there's an opportunity to fly. That's what I hear. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think you're very close to grants. We all know that you're very close to grants. So in this area of dynamism, this area of change, the consumer is changing, the preferences are changing. What would be your advice for brands as we go through this conference?
Well, I think for me, like this Steve Abel Riley, change. Everything has the consumer to the brands, everything is changing. And of course, I think the only thing that is constant in life is change. Incidentally, that change is what most people are apprehensive or afraid of. But there's no way you can't run away from it. Like they always say, crisis will always be the best platform to excel. One of the greatest things we've experienced COVID-19 when it happened, everything was on lockdown. Why it happened to be the was actually the tailwind for the whole world. And you see, for the content world, what we can see how we embrace change and computers are changing all perception right now. And we found out that when you look in the media, we always say content is king. If content is king, how many are we? Look at what happened during the pandemic. The eyeballs that we advertisers are looking for, they were sitting at home. But because there was no content, and you see, Nigeria, you can't hold them down. Is it that you give them what they want or they move the way it is? Let us experience what they've never seen before. That shows us clearly that we are sitting on a gold mine. The media will always be a monster, and the only thing can feed on is content. We know that content is king. Content is it we now begin to embrace them, and that brings to fore the need for brands of how to use content and to connect emotionally with the consumer. But many of us are more emotional consideration rather because until you build a brand to the level where they ask, why do you buy that brand? You say, look, I don't know, I just buy it. That's why you can because if you say I'm buying it because it's because of price affordable. If they get a more affordable brand tomorrow, they will go. I buy it because of this. Until they begin to say, I just don't know, I just love it. And the only way you can get them to that level is by connecting to them emotionally. That's why they can't just they just love what you do. So it's important for us to keep it personal. The level of impact is that the level per second. Data of 1 year, quarter, half yearly is not usable anymore. The data to data. Meaning the most post up. Thanks to you guys for coming up with that connection planning. To keep a close so as continue to take advantage of them. Abel mentioned something now that the valuable market is now on your phone. That's the truth. So meaning that for brands, you not only begin to expand on the phone, you must create a point of duty because that is a very problem. Where you've excited me on the phone and you leave me waiting until I get to a valuable market to buy your product. You miss me. And then it can happen in between. But be able to connect with you on the phone and provide the brand where click this button and buy your product. The video can be done. Absolutely. So just drop it in and keep it going.
Thank you very much. I think beyond the red room, we're here for the national advertising. At this point, for the health, but you in here for advertising, I will give you just tell people what do we expect. Okay. From the final chapter, I think I'm looking forward to it. I think because lose moment of having conversation in a relaxed evening. I've seen the venue, amazing. To tomorrow and to next tomorrow. What do we expect to see? Because the core part as a business leader, having looked at the entire narrative around the shifts, we need to take a decision to enhance business results. Right? So I'm keen to hear from you what do we expect to see in the experience.
Okay. Thank you very much. And I think that what every speaker said kind of dovetails into the reason why we chose the theme we chose this evening. Because, as you rightly said, there are shifts that are happening. Some of those are global shifts, some of them are local, economic, and the rest of them. These shifts are affecting the advertisers as well as the agencies and the entire value chain. So the conference has taken a very good look at that, which is why. So this evening, we're starting with fireside chat. We have two people. One entrepreneur, who started in broadcasting and then settled before the TV station from FRCN and CA. But what we find in broadcast today is broadcast of 10, 20 years ago is not the same as. Yes, so I'm not speaking to what you guys say as well. is that if you look at channel in terms of the stream, on the channel, you can see that they are monetizing, they're not just monetizing, but they are also able to consumers who are looking for short content, but very critical content. The second person with very, very big support is we haven't announced that is Malam Jijiwa. Malam Jijiwa was the voice of Nigeria DJ, and is currently sitting on an audience measurement project, which media reaches very industry knows about it. So these two are going to be possibly not just a historical perspective, but how to today based on what they do. But then after that, tomorrow then becomes very important. Tomorrow after this opening ceremony, we go straight to look at the economy. Inflation is at an all-time high, for example. Inflation is driven by energy costs and all those other costs. And businesses are really impacted. So the first session you're going to have is Dr. Abuju, who is the CEO of NESG. He's not just talking about what we know, because you and I know already what the impact is, but he's talking about what is the outcome. It's 25 years to look at. So if you come to the National Advertising Conference, the beginning of it last year, 2025, but you need to see this is how next year will be. But very interesting after that, there's some very touchy topics which we have to start looking at. For example, we're talking about consolidation, and that is one word that the agency people don't want to hear about. In an industry that has so many players and the market is shrinking, you have to begin to think about consolidation. It happened in banking, it happened in other areas of people. Sashimi literally we talk about consolidation. Is that what we need to begin to look at? Then you then have other topics, which is now very important, CMO forum. So we have three chief marketing officers who will be interviewed in CMO forum, and they're going to talk about their challenges. They're going to talk about their perspective and how they're dealing. You can hear from them, yeah. So it's not just the agency speaking, client speaking. So the CMO forum is a very, very critical part of the forum. Then the things we've spoken about, artificial intelligence, the niche to reality, and we then dive even deeper to the other topics. At the end of tomorrow, we have a very, very good thing happening, which is going to be a movie, and then by Friday we wind everything with the three first sessions. So it's a very, very exciting 2-3 days that you've signed up for.
Thank you very much. I know you've done a lot to get to this point. Once again, I say it's a privilege to be the very first the national advertising conference. You're going to experience the red as a group. Yeah, key content pillars like this. One is I'm just ladies and gentlemen, the first of all, streaming online, I say thank you for this privilege for an exciting experience at the National Advertising Conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
Let's take it.
It's a bit cold.
It is, but
I like it.
it's better than the heat of the Abuja is too hot.
The mic.
They need to.
Please remove the mic. This is going on.
How was it? You're good?
or doctor? Okay, so you are Emma Oki. You are Patrick. You are Patrick Gomes.
Yes.
Okay, you're Joshua and you're Promise. Okay, we're good to go. I'll give you one question. Do you guys want to know the question so that you see always easier? Oh, okay. But it's fine. This is the one question. So,
So we have 30 minutes for this session.
Hi, my name is Eniola Omoni, aka the superstar right now. And before I dive into anything, first of all, shout out to the Red Room. This looks very amazing. This is beautiful. It's a good launch. But for today, we are here, courtesy of Media Reach, having conversations with amazing people. First of all, I'm honored to be in the midst of such beautiful, some intellectual set of people. And to my and I also have Mrs. Emma Moke. Yes, I'm really talking. I also have Mr. Patrick Gomes, I'm a point. I also have Mr. Promise. So who guys with us special thanks to. But if you already know, you already know. Let me start with you. What do you think of
Is very different actually see what marketing industry is all about. So this was thought out before the whole concept idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's something innovative actually. Inception, and then we've not seen something like this. So this is really innovative
how many
and
times have you
really great.
attended
I think about 3 times.
OG? What the shit is called?
Uh,
How about you? What do you
My first year of
think?
advertising, even still in Nigeria. I'm pretty happy. Firstly, whenever I come to Abuja, every time I discover new things after having to see this place. I'm personally happy to kind of see a space or a place like this. I mean, to me, the Red Room is excellent because often in the conferences, what happens is, there's an audience, there are speakers, there are panelists, and things go on, but there is no engagement. So I think this provides an opportunity to engage, to possibly debate, even provocations, and hear from experts in terms of what the future looks like. And to me, it's perfect just that we need to take cognizance of things and then ensure that we make an informed decision and move forward. That's really I mean, I always use this proverb from Africa: if you want to go far, go together, but if you want to go fast, go alone. So I think this is a great opportunity Media Reach OMD has done by taking all stakeholders together, and I'm happy because we have so many people here. She comes from a different background from us. I think it just gives us an opportunity to speak more on the topic and ensure that the audience also get to hear from us. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
How are you?
So what has to happen? You have the global conference, then to get the ship just activity, which gives you great.
I completely agree because this is new, this is fresh. You usually see just content creators, influencers, trying to think of new ideas. You hardly find brands like this or agencies like this actually think of being like a thought leader or actually start something or set a trend because that's what we know. That after this, you're going to have people who will create their own boats as well. So this is setting a trend. I really do love it. But that being said, let's dive straight into the conversation today. We are discussing that markets. We already know we are already on top. Even as I'm talking to you guys, I'm sure I'm step aside. On people is on social media. One thing we are saying here, I don't know how it's done, but it seems like a futuristic thing, but we're living it and it's so fast. When we actually communicate and engage consumers and tell our brands to reach and that's why this conversation is so important as far as I'm concerned. I learned from it. Or I'm big on it. I'm a marketer, and everybody gets the opportunity to yourself. So these are the opportunities you have to create activity. If anything to say about yourself, something you want to conversation, so they understand why you might be able to talk about this certain thing. The conversation now.
Okay. All right. Mama Carol Goro. I'm the general manager for brands in MTN. I've spent in marketing for almost close to 20 years now. I'm one of the very few privileged people in marketing to actually have driven volume and value in consumer marketing, then also brand strategy. So you can understand that the entire gamut of things that are involved. This conference is kind of interesting to me because it's a lot of great minds. We actually want to actually shape the future in Nigeria because AI has really taken off abroad. We want to see how the perspective in Nigeria will change with AI. And for other things, in terms of shifts in culture too, you know, or becoming very indigenous in our culture, is how we marry culture and tech. So these are some of the interesting topics we're looking forward to. Oh,
This
wow.
was years ago. Yeah.
Oh
We
my
learned,
goodness.
I remember doing yellow but I just wanted something to symbolize.
Oh,
So I
that's
came up with
beautiful.
I think there was a late now.
Yeah.
It was such
Oh,
an amazing
bless.
time. It was great. So
Yeah.
if you
Wow.
market for you years, you had the background. You know that who would have known that we'll be here pushing that. Imagine if we
Oh, wow. I
just
can
shout out
thank you.
Okay, okay, I'm Joshua Ajayi, brand Nigeria's leading brand the platform has been in the existence for about 17 years, and we are really developed for the industry. And someone called us recently the leading propagandist platform, which is quite novel somewhere. It has sounded negative, but it's very positive in its outlook. Really, so for us, I mean, we usually help the industry understand the latest things happening, within we break news as it happens. I mean, real time, whether during the day or at night, we break the news. And then coming here to talk about some of these issues, latest trends, I think it's a kind of pride for us because we are at the forefront of pushing the brand narratives, out there. So when you talk about the latest trends that affect brands and even whether the brand custodians or the brand handlers, both the agency and the government side, we relate to those. And based on our position in the industry, we are also a bit between the older generation and the younger generation. So if you are talking about latest trends in the industry, you want to talk to brand communicator and want to hear from brand communicator. I think it's important to hear.
So my name is Combs. I work with the Omnicom Media Group. Omnicom Media Group is the leading media advertising agency network in Nigeria, in West Africa, and also in the world. Um, I'm particularly happy here because I've seen the evolution ever since I've come from the last 12 years. I think we are progressing. We made a considerable progress in the way the media advertising is shaping. You know, we as strategic or maybe strategy people often look at the funnel way of advertising. The very basic thing we get to forget is the realization. The journey starts from there. So if I'm hungry, the hunger feeling is my realization. If I have bad breath, the bad breath is the realization. Or maybe brands like toothpaste in the toothpaste category and maybe gums category start. I think this confluence brings people together, and more important, it triggers that realization, whether it is audience measurement, whether it is the demand and supply, with the audience measurement comes in play. What I mean by demand and supply is, you couldn't have an audience measurement and then discover that the supply of content, especially programs that people are watching, it is not adequate. And I think that is also something which maybe broadcasters need to work and say that, okay, fine, if this is coming and I see it coming, I better get ready for the world class content, so that when the demand from the audience is there, which is what is going to be measured on audience measurement, there is no factor scale. For example, media agencies and marketers should not start grasping for breath when they discover that if the media campaign is delivering maybe 60% reach at 4 plus, when things happen and people have not taken the needed support from the advertisers as well as from the broadcasters, that 60% can drop to maybe 10% or 20%, and then you start realizing that I have been underinvesting, which is what I consider it to be waste. So I think these small little things which keep happening, I don't call marketing a small little thing, but small and big are the things which good realization and bringing industry together. So that's really what I'm looking forward in the next 2 or 3 years.
Actually, because what politics can actually stop to what they have been studies.
Yeah, so for me, I want to employ a lot. For me, I'm a student of media and marketing communication. So, which of course is the consumer is no longer the audience. They go into the audience. It's people especially when you bring it down to Nigeria, what the economy has done to all of us, especially when the question is how do you get the consumer to. So I want to see here from the panelists and
Yeah,
others.
because of what you said, I'm even going to start with you because your question says, what got you most excited about the bedroom conversation approach for that this
Thank you very much. I think for me is to see the world as consistently shifting. The world is always we're always trying to catch up. If you look at AI powered content, or we're looking at voice and visual side, looking at availability, we're looking at immersive virtual experiences, like you see that the world has been before. So the point is that we need to really catch up. If we want to be able to reach to this consumer. So the question is, how are we positioned to reach that consumer that is significant, very depressed economically speaking? And that's why we brought like minds to come and discuss how AI can be used to personalize our analytics so that you can even provide solutions for that customer even before the customer knows it. All right. So how how can we use and tech to be able to come up with analytics that will address whatever it is that is pinpoint. So for me, OMD coming up with the Red Room is a platform that will help us begin to discuss these dynamics that are coming up with. So we say that knowledge is power. As I consider knowledge as money, especially when it is properly coordinated, integrated into your marketing, your storytelling, your making it digital marketing. So for us to be able to know exactly what we should do, Bedroom is for me that platform, which I can still still in my MD that I think is something that we continue, we should actually even, continue to bring to the table on a consistent basis, where we have a platform that we discuss how we can operationalize all of these trends, to be able to understand today's consumer and just move not only our volumes for our clients, but also to move.
Okay, one or two. So if I'm going to bring it back to you now. So I'm trying to connect it based on what you said. Bring it back to you to say where do you see this potential for growth and opportunity at this intersection of data and creativity?
Okay, so I think for me, AI with data and AI with content is actually going to defraud a whole lot. And I'll tell you why. When it comes to data, what we usually do now is historical data, based on your history, okay, this is seasonality, and things don't flow this way, it's usually slow by X number of months it picks up. But when you combine AI for real-time analytics with your historical data, then you now have real proper demand forecasting. To save you on waste, it will make you have some type of personalization, both items, so that at the end of the day, performance marketing becomes the key thing for you to be able to drive business. Another thing, again, AI is going to revolutionize is content. Because currently, content we see the point of blogs, video marketing and things like that. But I'll speak from the advertisers' perspective. AI is going to save a whole lot because the normal production and everything is actually very, very cost intensive. The OPEX is high. But when you look at what AI is going to do, very simple things. They can turn a simple banner or what it be into a moving graphics, right? In your own room, you can customize even an interview and things like that, just in this kind of little red room. That tells you how far you can actually create individualized messages, localize the message, get a translator within AI, within your locality. So for me, I'm trying to see how AI can be customized for the local languages here in Nigeria, for example, because that is when you now start going to hyper segmentation, nano segmentation. AI also understands your buying patterns. So you also know that look, this kind of demographics is not just the normal advertising demographics, psychographics, things like that. No, it's beyond that. It's actually to all the consumer content, all the ancillary sectors that the consumer actually engages with. You aggregate all that data, you come and get some real analytics about that particular consumer, and then you can now customize products. So you don't really need for big researches, big data, and things like that. So AI is really the future. But the most important thing is we need to customize it to make it meaningful to us.
I was going to ask about cultural events and technology. I'm going to bring it back to you. What's the most promising organization advertising right now, and how do you?
Well, I would like to start from the core of the trust. Uh, Now, influencer marketing, even if a lot of people have some reservations about it, that I mean, an influencer can probably have big following, but that might not actually come to great results, convert to great results for the brands. However, brands still need to do a lot in terms of um, influencers that actually get the result. So influencer marketing is going to take a different turn beyond the numbers. In this age and time where you can get buy followers, where you can um, actually manipulate viewership and all of that. You can be on live videos and actually manipulate the number of people on your live video and all of that. I mean, you can have 7 people and then you can manipulate it to 1,000. And you find a lot of people doing this and all that. And for an average brand, you would actually assume that you have this person has the following, this person has the engagement. Whereas you have a lot of these guys with their foot soldiers actually acting like they are engaging, whereas they are not actually having proper engagement. This age and time. There's a lot of false narratives out there about influencer marketing. So influencer marketing is going to take different on because brands will then demand results, beyond all the hypes around it. That's one. Two is there's going to be um, a lot more demand for data, I mean, performance driven marketing. Now, how do I mean? For instance, you have a couple of, it's interesting that Media is even the one doing it because I was expecting that it's a agency that probably would have facilitated what we have going on right now. Now, you have a lot of brands shifting from what they used to do with traditional platforms, traditional media, and moving to digital. Now, moving to digital, they are not just moving to digital, they are moving to get results. For instance, the brand did something recently. They had a major event, and this event had thousands of people there, and there was not one TV station at the event. And I asked the marketing director, why don't you have TV stations here? And all that, he said, look, we go to this town, this town actually, Abuja. We did a couple of focus groups and all of that, and we realized that all the hubs that we have had, nobody even knew about this event that we have going on. That we need to shift the focus. That if they place that on a major blog, that only most of these people will even be aware, because it's an event that was mainly targeted towards people, and had about 5 to 10,000 people there. Now, so what I'm saying is that there's going to be a lot more demand for results based on a lot of data-driven, performance-driven marketing beyond all the noise around probably influencer marketing and some other trends going on. Without bothering you and then taking up the time.
And you actually make some very good very very insightful. Much like before we give us one word based on your question that says how can we leverage to drive multiple results and what we have already been just before this sure.
Right. I think Joshua mentioned, if you really look at, and it's a recent one, which is the U.S. elections. The I mean, the way Trump's team used media versus the industry used media is very different. And the focus on Trump's media at the Elon Musk factor, but I think the way they kind of utilize media, she focused more on the traditional one, and Trump focused more on the so-called media. Seeing is what really helped them. I think one of the factors. I think for us, really, I mean, we coming from a media agency or media advertising background, um, there's a definition which I always cite. The definition of media planning, as it's called, which I studied media planning about 2.5 decades ago, said it's about choosing the right media mix, the right media vehicles, the right proportion, the right number of times, the right context, and the right cost. It goes on. So the only keyword which I picked up is right, and is about being responsible. So picture the F1, race. There is something which is happening making everybody responsible there. And to simplify the definition, if we were to put it in simple, it's about creating those opportunities to see both for brands as well as for consumers. That's an exchange which is happening, and that's how connections get made. I mean, if you really look at the gamut of things which are happening, like the way you mentioned, there's a lot of data there, historical, real time, etc., etc. For us, tech stands in here to support. Stands in here to support to ensure that you are able to read many signals. Okay, for example, for context, you can visualize. Today, if you really look at the way we are planning or the way we are delivering media campaigns, is no longer mass communication, it's mass customization. Okay, so the granularity basically of focusing on the cohort of audience which you're planning for. Even within that, there is so much of a complex understanding. For example, if you look at whether you're looking at a particular group of consumers, there's a lot happening. We assume that things are happening in a linear manner. For example, that travel as a category is so complex. You don't even know what happens for them. Choose the destination, book tickets, then choose the hotel, etc. There's a lot which is happening there. Okay, so it's not linear. Okay, too much of interconnected actions happening, and that leaves us with lots of data. What we call as the granularity of data. Bringing all that together is what we have in marketing models, market mix modeling. Okay, so market mix modeling is basically is again a way of looking at tech and the way of looking at how we're able to get granularity. For example, what has influence on what. So the causal way of learning is very important today, and that is really setting the stone. So that's basically what we need to be focusing on from tech development point of view. I mean, simply put it, as a media planner, if I gave this example several times, and I think we moved away from that. So, for example, we said that we need to learn digital marketing as a media agency. Why? Because we don't want to be called dinosaurs. And over a period of time, let us, actually hold it through. So is AI. So if people do not, can accept the new wave of AI, possibly are going to be into simply putting it this manner that if I'm able to clone a media campaign based on past learning, I don't need to recreate it. I have something which possibly could have taken 3 days in 3 minutes. That's the journey we're looking at. And she said, I think the OPEX part is very important. So if OPEX is going to take toll on your bottom line, you better be prepared with what is available and ensure that you're able to take it forward.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. First of all, I think a lot of that up. Like, perspective I've got it right now. I'm still going to encourage you and not to get any media platform via your website, offering your content as well. And shout out to you that's today. I know we like to say this to make it easy to take this for granted. We're very insightful. This is portfolio for me as much as it's fun. But I'm also learning and learning and learning from them. Who's a young person get. So this is a blueprint, a free blueprint that can actually use and impact myself. And I'm challenging you all always to actually take this. If you have questions, reach out to me. I will share your question and they will be answered. Happy to you. If you want to find us anywhere, you can use LinkedIn, you can use social media platforms, and you can just find me on www.nb.com. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
At the overland.
Sorry, please quick one. Please just sorry, just a quick picture. Just a quick picture. So sorry, so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay.